What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody out there? You already know. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Moet, which stands for Motivation Over Everything That Trends. And you can follow me everywhere on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, anything. That's IAMMOETT. That's IAMMOETT. And as you can tell by the title, this is Boss Talk. You know, we have another amazing guest, amazing individual coming in to drop some gems on us today. Her name is Rachel Cardenas. I pray I pronounced that name right because I did not go over that while we were talking. But her name, she's an amazing individual. She has this amazing magazine. She has these great things that she's doing for the community, for her area, and everything like that, paving the way, doing great things. And we're going to allow her to drop some gems on us and have a conversation with us. So, hey, Rachel, let the people know who you are, what you do, how they can follow you, how they can tap in with you, and all of that good stuff.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, number one, for bringing me on here because I admire you. You're so inspirational. So, that shouts out to my hostess because she's the mostest right now. So, yes, my name is Rachel Cardenas. I am the CEO of What's Up Dallas magazine. We are based in Dallas, Texas, and our purpose of our magazine is to motivate, inspire, and bring DFW together. So, the magazine is a monthly printout that we have right here, and it basically features businesses, nonprofits, music artists, anybody, local talent, directors, producers, actors, anybody that's got a story to tell. We're going to let them tell it. And it's really picking up quite a bit in Dallas right now.
That is amazing. And how do they tap in with you with that?
You can actually Google me on Google. Just type in "What's Up Dallas Magazine." The top 9 links are all my social links. That's the
Wow.
fastest way.
That is amazing. That is amazing. That is awesome. So I know whenever we were talking a little bit prior to the show that you were speaking in regards to this is something that God gave you. Talk about that process a little bit as far as like getting that call in and how you actually took that step to create this.
That's a great question. And so, yes, What's Up Dallas Magazine is a God breathed magazine. Like, it's literally inspired by Him. I kept praying for God to give me something to do to give back to the community. I've been in DFW for 39 years, and I've always wanted to do something to help inspire and motivate people. And I also like to hear people's stories. So through COVID, I believe a lot of people started their own businesses or found out that they had the talents and the drive to want to have their own business. Because let's face it, we all needed to make money, right? So after COVID kind of slowed down and stuff, I was praying. I was like, I like these business owners. I want to tell their story, but what do I do? So I prayed about it, and God said, "What's up, Dallas?" And I was like, "What's up, Dallas?" Like, okay, like, can you, God doesn't tell you very much, but when He tells you something, it's definitely going to be something that will be repeated more and more. And the clarification got out there that it needs to be "What's up, Dallas?" with the exclamation mark. So I don't want to put anything out there in my magazine that's questionable or negative. So the exclamation mark actually stands for, like, Dallas really has something to say. So we're going to say something positive. We're going to motivate you in the process. And it's really resonated with the people here.
That is amazing. That is amazing. So I know you said that you've been in the area for a while now. I
Mm-hmm.
know you said 30 something odd years. Now, in regards to that, how has creating this project and having this magazine and everything actually got you to connect more with the community?
You know, I've always had a gift for wanting to network with people and hearing their stories. And over the course of the past year, I guess people are starting to realize that there's a real purpose behind the magazine, not just for advertising or to make money, but, because it actually is something that brings Dallas together. It brings DFW together. It makes people understand that there's music artists and local talents and actors and people that are really doing their thing out here. And it was It was really hard at first because I had to break out of that shell. I had to kind of build my confidence. And of course, God has always provided the way for me. So I literally wake up every single day right now and just do what God tells me to do. He's like, hey, you need to bring this person on. Hey, call this person. Even if it's somebody I've known for a long time, they have a story to tell. So I'm going to call them. And that's kind of how it's paved the way so far.
That's amazing. Now, I know you touched on how you had to get some confidence and different things like that to be able to step outside of your comfort zone. Talk a little bit about how that process was. Like, how did you get to the place of being able to get outside of that area of comfortability?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, so kind of go back to COVID. If you ask my husband what I was like before I started magazines, he would tell you I was the most introverted person ever. I was not talking to anyone. I would just go to work. I'd fake it till I make it until I go home, and then I would Netflix and chill with my dog. And that's how I was. But then I was watching my husband and I was seeing him interact with the people at church, and I was seeing him being so open and so friendly and so like inviting. He just had a glow about him. And I was like, I want to be like that. I want to be able to do something to talk to people. So, again, I always pray about things. And I asked God to give me confidence. So my confidence was actually built up through modeling. I did modeling as a hobby. 2 years ago, I started, and I haven't stopped. And through that, I've networked with so many more people. I'm starting to finally, notice that people are just like me. They're all like humans. They're walking, they're all struggling with stuff. And my confidence was built through the practice of talking to people. And now that I have the magazine, I have to talk to people. I have to resonate with them. And it's slowly becoming a way of life for me now. And I'm not looking back. I love it.
I know that's right. So, what is something that you would tell someone that is like unsure about stepping outside of their comfort zone, different things like that? What is something that you would tell them? What's a piece of advice that you would give them?
Just try it. Just try it. I mean, God doesn't make us stronger by letting us sit where we are. So he's going to make you uncomfortable in a situation to push you to go where he wants you to go. And I was uncomfortable at home, sitting. I know I was supposed to be comfortable, right? But I was not talking to people. And my advice to anyone who's trying to build their confidence, pray about it. If you ask it, God will give it to you, and he will give you confidence, and he will provide you people in your way to help you build your confidence up. And it's just, if you don't do it and you don't try, it's never going to happen. Always got
That's
to try.
right.
And
That
don't
is
fear
right.
rejection. Don't fear rejection. Don't fear it, because rejection is going to happen, but there's always going to be those people that will be there to build you up.
That's a good one. Rejection. I know, like, for one, my brother, whenever I've had a conversation with him before, he always says that you got to get through your no's to get to your yeses.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did you overcome rejection? Like the fear of rejection? Because, initially, whenever it's like, oh, we're going to try this thing, then it's like, I don't know. Then, so how did you overcome like that fear of rejection?
Um, that's a really great question. And that actually goes back as far as my elementary years. So I honestly believe that God has built me with some tough skin over the course of my life, because ever since I was in elementary school, I was rejected. I was the girl that didn't have friends. Was the girl that had really, messed up hair because I came from a low income family. I had messed up teeth back then, all the way until high school. So, I believe through my journey in my life of being rejected so much, I started depending more on what God had for me instead of what people think about me. And like when people reject the magazine, they're like, hey, I don't want to do an interview with you, or hey, that's not for my business. Hey, no, that's okay. I'm like, okay. That's fine. So I'll just move on to the next person. Because over time, I started understanding that, I'm not going to fear rejection. I'm just going to continue doing what God tells me to do. Because if God has this purpose and it's a God breathed magazine, He's going to make it happen. I just got to trust Him. So
That's
that's what I
right.
do.
That is amazing. That is amazing. So, talk about a time. What is one of the most difficult things that you've had to overcome on this journey?
My insecurity. My insecurity. Just because I've been so insecure um, about running my own business that that was my biggest obstacle was myself. And I had to keep telling myself that it's not me that's doing it. I'm just a vessel for whatever, God tells me to do next. So I slowly stopped being insecure about it. And my husband, oh, God bless him, I love him. I literally looking at his picture right here. He actually has inspired me to keep going. He's inspired me to keep pushing for the purpose. He said, "You have something that no one else has in Dallas. You have something that's impacting lives in a positive way." And so, whenever I started realizing that this is actually changing lives, I realized that this was something I was going to have to continue doing no matter what I felt inside.
That's amazing. So, in talking about your husband and everything, I
Mhm.
know you guys, that's amazing to have someone that is there, supportive, pushing you to go after the things that you want to, and different things like that. How would you say, like, how is that work life balance?
We are both entrepreneurs. We both have our own business. So we have that deeper understanding that in order for both of us to grow in our business, we have to be that support system for each other. So when he started his own business almost 2 years ago, um, he was doing residential work and he was just making enough money, but he was still working so hard to make that money that, I had to still cover up some of the income, so I covered him while he was going up. And then when I started the magazine, he covered me while I was going up. So it's kind of like a balance of the two of us. And like we help each other, we talk about business, we talk about things that we can do to help our businesses get bigger together. And I mean, it's just a deep understanding that you got to support instead of criticize.
That is amazing. That is
Mhm.
amazing. So, what's a piece of advice that you would give someone that is in a relationship that is thinking about starting a business venture and different things like that?
If they're in a relationship, like a marriage, um, it's definitely something you talk with your spouse about, and you need that spousal support. And the only reason why I say that is because if you don't have a spouse behind you that's going to support you in your growth of your business, they're not going to understand that you actually have to work hard to make the money, that you actually have to sacrifice some time to, do something for your business, like working extra hours or making a long week or something. Um, if you don't have that communication, it's not going to happen as a support system. So I strongly encourage anyone to talk to their spouse about it. I could not do anything in my business right now without talking to my husband about it. And that's only because he's my other half of my life. So he's my other support, my financial support. He's the rock of our family. Like he is like the other half of my finances. So in order for me to commit to this business, he needed to know that he had to hold it down for a while. It may have been hard, but he had to hold it down more than he usually does.
Right. That's amazing. But it's amazing to have a good support system and have a spouse that is supportive of you. And being that you guys are both entrepreneurs, you understand, like, hey, sometimes we're going to have to work long hours. Sometimes
Mhm.
we will have time to just go off, bless you, to just go off and have fun and travel around. But whenever it's time to do business, we got to get this business done. So
Yeah.
let's see. So in regards to your journey, what's something to this point right now? What is one of the major accomplishments that you have accomplished so far?
I actually accomplished having my first partner ever, business partner. Oh my gosh, that's
That's amazing.
I am so used to being that person to do everything myself. So taking on a partner was so much. It's like my pride just hit me. It's like, if you take on a partner, what can he bring to the table? And I'm telling you, our partnership that we have is so amazing. We mesh well together. We're both like forward with our business to be like, hey, how can we make money this week? So we put our heads together, we make it happen. And that for me, that's a big step for me, a big accomplishment. But also, I had to just let God control the whole thing. So
That is amazing. That is so amazing. So I know, like, how did you come to the decision of like getting ready to partner with someone in regards to your business?
Our ideas matched. We when we had a meeting before we decided our partnership, and we talked about what each other could bring to the table, as far as bringing business and bringing money. So, A-list photography is my other partner, and he is amazing with his talents. He is the most known unknown photographer in DFW. And I say that because he's very much known around United States. But if you go inside Dallas, they don't know who A List is because he's like people were scared to work with him. He's so qualified in his credentials that people are just like, yeah, I don't want to work with him because he already knows what he's doing. They got a little intimidated, ain't gonna lie. So so I have the magazine, I have the experience. I have the talk, the connection, the YouTube channel. I have like the layout control. So like I publish and I do all the layouts of the magazine,
Oh
everything.
wow.
The only thing I don't do is print and ship. But everything inside the magazine from beginning to end to publishing date has all been me. And he liked that idea. He liked having a magazine. He liked having a product that people could actually touch and actually feel good about being in it and the purpose. And once we came up with those ideas, we were just like, this has got to happen. And it's been nonstop ever since we met. He is like a really awesome business partner, and his wife is amazing too. And our spouses all met each other already, and everybody's just like, we family now. So we that's just how it is.
That is amazing. I know Coach Stormy says that collaboration is the new currency. So that's very big. So, what's a piece of advice that you could give someone that is not sure if they're ready to collaborate with someone else, or they're thinking about it, but they're still kind of on the fence about it?
That is a great question. And I can answer that by summing up the fact that you need a team to be successful. Anybody who thinks that they can grow their business just by themselves, we're not Tony Montana, okay? So like you can't grow your business like Tony Montana, but it's kind of one of those things where you just need to understand that everybody has a vision, everybody has some sort of creativity that could really benefit every business out there, and if they teamwork and make it happen, you're going to grow together. So I encourage you to, if you are a solo business owner like I am, and before I took a business partner, so now I have a business partner, that I was kind of scared about having another partner because then I'm like, well, I don't want anybody to take away WhatsApp Dallas. I don't want to take away the communication. Like people are starting to recognize that I'm WhatsApp Dallas, like when we go out and stuff. But he didn't do that. My partner didn't overstep those boundaries. He's just like, I respect your magazine. You do that. I'll do this. We'll make both of them come together. We'll make it happen. I promote him. He promotes me. And then we just collaborate and just do great. But everybody needs a team to be successful.
That is amazing. That is
Mhm.
amazing. So I know before we were talking about you just got a major accomplishment being able
Mhm.
to leave your job and everything. Talk about that. How does
Oh,
that make you feel?
it's a little bittersweet, but definitely a blessed opportunity. I've been in the restaurant business for 24 years, and I am now at an opportunity where, yes, I can leave the restaurant business and focus more on the magazine because this is my business and I have to be present at events and media coverage and, talking to people. And I couldn't do that with the restaurant. I had to live by their, work hours and stuff. And I was just like, you know what? I said, are you going to provide a way? So the last thing that I got in my brain was like, it's time. So it's like God was telling me it was time to walk away from the restaurant business forever. So the magazine is blossoming, it's growing. I got so many connections. My whole month this month was just packed with events and interviews, and I feel very like relieved because now I have my own business and it's really going places.
Right. And you are. I can see you going major places. I can see you having a whole big office building with departments and stuff where y'all sit around corporate tables and have meetings about, okay, what we're talking about in this issue and all of that. Like, it's amazing. That is
That would be
amazing.
so awesome. I'm gonna claim that right now. I'll be like, yes, it's gonna happen.
Definitely. So let's see. One last question. If you could go back and talk to your younger self, what would you tell you?
Hmm, that's a deep question. What would I tell myself? Um, Whew, okay. I would tell myself that every person that you meet in your life has a story to tell. Everybody's been through something, and if somebody would take time to listen to what they had to say, from the homeless person on the street to the CEO who struggled to get where he's at, um, I think I would be a lot more secure in life right now. Because if I would have started earlier, this magazine would have started earlier.
But guess what? It started at just the right time.
Yes, it did. It picked up right when it was supposed to, when God told me to do it just that. So that's what I'm doing.
Right. It's the perfect time, and that's amazing. So now let me drop your link. Tell the people about, this is a link to your website and everything. Tell the people about what they can expect if they go there, different things like that.
Okay, so What's Up Dallas Magazine's website, it features our welcome page, which tells you it's got our talking head videos and also talks about our products that we have available for every business that we come in contact with. So we don't do just interviews for the YouTube channel or magazine articles. We do commercials, we do talking head videos. We help people with their headshots, their portfolios. We help people with their podcasting talk shows. Anytime you need to have a studio to come in and shoot in, that's what we have. So that's on the first tab. Then we have a business features tab, which is where I post all the articles that are listed in the magazine. So if you don't want to buy the magazine, which I hope y'all do, but if you want to just take a peek at all the articles we have inside, that's where you will find them every single month. And then we have a videos and interviews tab. That one is where I post my YouTube videos, the ones that are most recently updated, just so y'all can also go there to view the videos and the interviews. We have a magazines tab. If you want to purchase a magazine and have it shipped to your address, that's where you find all the magazines, all the way to the date, all the way to now. And then we have a swag button too. So anybody who wants to support the magazine through purchasing, we have a merch provider that does all that for us too. So you just go to the swags and more, and it's right there.
Wow, that is amazing. That is so amazing that you put all of this stuff together and that you're
Mhm.
continuously growing with this. So, again, let the people know who you are, where they can find you at, how they can connect with you, if they want to be able to be featured or purchase a magazine, whatever the case may be, how they can get in contact with you.
Yes, the easiest way to contact me is through email at business@whatsupdallasmagazine.com. and we will answer any questions that you have. You can go Google me on the web. Just put "What's Up Dallas Magazine," and any of those links will take you to our social media. So all the magazines are listed on our website. You can just go to order magazines here, and each one of those magazines will pop up for you to order. So
Amazing. Now tell the people who you are and what you do.
yes, I'm Rachel Cardenas, and I'm the CEO of What's Up Dallas Magazine here in Dallas, Texas.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming through, for spending this time with me, for sharing your journey, for giving me some insight on your vision and the things that you're doing. Guys, definitely make sure you go and tap in with her. What's Up Dallas everywhere. Definitely type it in Google. You know, you heard her. Everything, the top 9 links, you can click on either one of them and it's going to take you to where you need to go. So definitely make sure that you're tapping in with her. She has some really great things coming on and some really great things that she's building. So continue to tap in and look forward to seeing more of her.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on your show. I really enjoyed it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming through, and we're going to get out of here, guys.